Okay, this is the last session for today and the last session in Congress Hall E. Our next speaker is here, and our last speaker is here, Catalin Gheorghiu, a solution architect at APAM Systems Rights, who is our gold partner. In his session, Applied Custom Vision, Catalin will delve into a practical realm of AI integration with live video feeds, unveiling how to extract meaningful insights from these feeds, right? Ever wondered how to leverage the abundance of camera feeds at our workplaces, from security to quality assurance, to gain valuable information and make a tangible difference? Catalin will show us just that, a recognized figure in the technical community. Catalin contributes articles and blogs, delivers presentations, and shares his insights at user groups and meetups. His commitment and contributions have been honored with accolades such as the Microsoft MVP Award and the Intel Software Innovator Award.
Okay. Take a chocolate, please.
Take a chocolate.
So,
thank you.
Welcome at the last session. It's not, in fact, it's not the last session. The last session will be the party. I hope that everybody will be there. Who's going to be there? Who am I? I'm Catalin Gheorghiu. Maybe some of you know me. I speak in Belgrade before, but whatever. Yes, this presentation will be in English because this is an international conference and one of the best. Okay, as you know, let's take it in the reverse order. I'm Microsoft Most Valuable Professional, also a Microsoft Certified Trainer, Intel Software Innovator. And my workplace, it's at EPAM. I'm Solution Architect. And because I'm Romanian, this will be, in fact, you know, I won't be chauvinistic or something. I will say that I'm going to bribe you to do this session. Well, we want to try to do it interactively. So, what will be, okay, let's first show you my tricks. Here I have my presentation. I will show you a couple of websites and stuff, and I have my notes. And because we have, let's say, only half an hour. Again, I was talking about very old economic EPPs from the Serbians, which are not the, let's say, are the good vintage, will know what's all about. Imam samo 10 sekundi, imam samo 30 minuta, I have only 30 minutes to get through it. Okay, as slides goes, we do not have that much. I've seen something like 3 slides, so let's get, what is the story of all this? Let's think about, let's use big business words, plateau productivity. If it's something connected with artificial intelligence or something which has gone to the plateau of productivity, this is custom vision. And I will try to, let's say, show you, there are some, again, going into business, low-hanging fruits that you can pick and leverage this stuff. So, let's get rid of chocolates because I do not want to get them back to Romania. Simpler question, what's that? I have a chocolate for you. What's that? Okay, an AP camera. Sorry, I'm not that good and I have no glasses. Could you look around and tell me where else it's an IP camera here? Okay, yeah, this one I did not see. I see that one on the corner. Okay. So we have a lot of cameras. Then, what's the story with these cameras? There is somebody looking bored at those cameras. Okay, this is, what you can do with this? Nothing. So, let's delve a bit in the technology of these cameras. All these cameras stream data in a very old but absolutely used protocol called RTSP. Okay, so if we are getting on top of that protocol and use our algorithm of custom vision, we can get insights. And ask yourself, what kind of insights? For example, if I will do a software for conferences, it will be absolutely simple and trivial to just number the people from the cameras. It should be GDPR compliant. It just sends the number of recognized people. Or, this is a real world case. We have a server room and we do not want to put more sensors. We put a thermometer on the wall and a camera, the surveillance camera already is feeding data. And we put a custom vision algorithm, a simple one, to tell us which is the temperature in the room. Okay, because we have the very interesting presentation. I was ashamed how good was the presentation and how nice was the presenting of me. On that was only one thing true. I'm a very proeminent member of the community. So let's try to see, okay, what will be the difference between if you are running ChatGPT against this feed and running a normal custom vision model. In your own words, you have anyone, it's, let's say, eager enough to let me sip some water and take a chocolate and try to give us a difference? Come on, we have chocolates. It's the last session. We're going to the party. Everybody's waiting for it. Let's do it. So you get the chocolate anyway. We have a lot. So the question was, what would be the difference if we put a ChatGPT algorithm to analyze this feed besides the normal one? I will explain. A normal one is something you take some pictures, you train something. What would be the difference to having OpenAI, ChatGPT, the vision part, and this one? Yeah, they understand. But still, I'll get you chocolate. It's an interesting point. So I'll do my movement, and still we have a lot of chocolates. So the main difference will, okay, so yeah. Main difference will be that ChatGPT will take the image and will say, there is a room full of people, something like 40. There are some electronic equipments. A lot of stuff, you'll get a lot of fluff. Other difference will be that the training materials are going from all over the web. Okay, my idea for a demo for this session, it was to use the camera to recognize the PAM logo from everywhere. It's something trivial to done in production. To do it to a demo, it's a problem because you need to open some ports. And I don't believe that the people at Sava Center or the people at ETL will appreciate that. But in production, this is trivial. You have opened the ports because the surveillance software, it's already opening the ports. So we talk a lot. Let's get some concepts on the, get rid of the slides. Anyhow, yes, you can ask questions anytime, and yes, you can find me on LinkedIn. Yes, that picture is something like 20 years younger than me, the picture. And let's say 70 kilograms, not as proeminent. And with glasses. Glasses I have, but unfortunately with glasses I see even less. Let's start with some definitions. Microsoft, if you ask it, and I'm here because I don't have only one, I will try to do jumps, do not agree with all this. But to know what we are talking about. If we are talking about a single object, if we know where, if in the picture is that object, we call it classification. If we put the rectangle, we call it localization. And if we have multiple objects, we're having detection and segmentation. When we are using with custom vision models, I will talk a lot about Microsoft Stack because this is my bread and butter, unfortunately. This does not mean that the other providers cannot do this stuff. So let's say detection, it's the most common use in their minds, and they are somehow mixed up localization and detection. But generally, this website tries to give you an idea how the stuff it's looking. So now we know the concept. Our task is, let's create a model to recognize the EPAM logo from anywhere. You could say, absolutely correctly, that ChatGPT will do this better because the EPAM logo, it's everywhere. So you can get public data, and you'll get a decent model that will give you a pretty verbose text of where it's this EPAM logo and how it is. But anyhow, because, let's put it this way, I'm Romanian and I'm lazy, I decided to use Azure Custom Vision. What's that? This is a service which is free if you have a subscription. You can get an Azure subscription of $200 for 1 month. I believe that in Serbia you need to show the credit card. Do a €1 transaction, take €1, put €1. But I'm not sure. In some countries, not even that. So you can try it. And two projects of detection classification are free. So I created a project of detection classification. And let me show you how it looks. I hope that I do not need to put the password yet again. The comment, something. So I will show. Yeah, it does not. Let's finger crossed. So here you have my 3 projects. You see, I'm big in cats. We have, okay, EPAM detection and some cat detection. I was under the impression that it will be simpler to demo this with the EPAM. Let's see, what we have done here, there are 2 steps. Again, this is the introductory intermediate. We put pictures. And there is another step. You need to label the pictures. I will show you this also. But first I need to bribe the photograph because I want to look like Brad Pitt. I want my wife to be at... So this is for you. Like Brad Pitt, please. So let us try to add another picture. This is detection. This means that we want to have the boundaries. So add image. We have here some image that we took. Yeah, this is one of our colleagues. Sorry that I take a picture of you. You are not recognizable. So this will take a bit. Again, it happened. So now we need to do the label. This tool, it's a bit smarter that tries to guess. You have a lot of tools that, the most common it's LabelIMG, which is an open source one that it's not that smart. So we need to do that. We have created before the label, the name of the label. And we say that, okay, this picture it's good, and this is labeled. And there is some place here which, because of the resolution, it's not seen an accept button, but we do not need it. So we do this with all the pictures, and afterwards we train the model. The training, because it's done in the cloud, you have a lot of resources thrown, so they have whatever, GPU, CPU, whatever, a lot. Again, 2 projects are for free. And yeah, you can do a lot of stuff. Let's see how the stuff is working, because you cannot use this camera. I said, the reasons is we do not want to hack the Savat Center. Not for this. Maybe for something more interesting. So we have already trained the model. We can see how good it is. They give us, anyhow, with the models, you should understand that how many pictures, how good the pictures are, you get good results. And here, because we have only 1 label, and I put for 1 label, the minimum it's around 25. I put a lot of pictures. And you know, I'm very well branded. So the model, it's running pretty good. But bear in mind here, when another stuff that you need to understand for AI models, you never get a yes and a no. You get a percentage. We'll get back to it. So let's try to see this model in action. Okay. I want to browse local files. Let's get another one. Let's see how it see our labels. This is from our booth. Have you been to our booth? Who has been? Yeah, it's good. So let's see. The model thinks that here it's a palm somewhere. And it's pretty much okay. He recognizes even the text, it's upside down. Okay, the region, it's a bit bigger, but who cares? So let's try another image, and then we move on. Okay, so you see also a palm, 83.7% sure that it's there. This should be something simpler, but let's see. Oh, it also recognized the engineering the future. So, strange enough, this is a lower percentage, something like 68. Okay, so we have now a model. Let's run this model somewhere. Again, we're going to something which is not that well known. It's something to run on the edge. It's Khan. It's KubeAI and whatever. Usually, my friends, when I do this session, they say that has something to do with Star Trek. Khan! If you know the reference. Anyhow, what is this? It's a number of clusters running models. So we'll run very fast through it because we don't have a lot of time. But so first, here we need to create a compute device. This demo won't work end-to-end. This I will show you because we cannot get to the camera. What I want to show you, here you can have an IoT device. You can run it directly. With the benefit of Azure IoT, you can deploy this directly in the device at the click of the button, or a Kubernetes device. This could be in the cloud or on the device itself. Again, we can run Kubernetes on using Azure IoT. And now with Azure IoT operation, which is absolutely beyond the scope, of this session, we can do it even simpler. What we can see on this device, we can specify on which hardware we have there. One of the stuff that you should take into account is that hardware acceleration, it's now the name of the game. Yeah, before it was Intel Movidius, but now NVIDIA really pick up the baton. And they have some interesting offering, especially for this kind of cameras. What means inference? It means inference done on hardware. This specialized hardware that knows to run the model optimized instead of running it software. It's much faster and much more accurate. Now say, look at what NVIDIA are going to offer. This is now the most hot technology. And they have a dedicated solution, a chip that can run something like 20 streams for cameras, which it's in our scenario of having security cameras and getting insights from them. It's okay. It seems that I need to mute the teams also. So, yeah. Here you can say anything because it won't go as, doesn't make any sense to finish. Here you see that we can we create a camera. So these are the two components. We create a device on which we run the inference, and then from where we take the information. You see here we are using the protocol, the famous RTCPT, that all the cameras literally that we have around, send it over. Again, 2 steps were there. And third, we can create a model. In this case, we'll absolutely cheat because it's already there, won't let us. But we have created, in this tool, we can use the model from the custom vision, the one that you see before, and to run it, to get it here. So we have 3 components. We have the hardware, we have the camera, and we have the model. In Serbia, we'll say it this way. So. But now let's get them together. So to get them together, this is the funniest part. I'll give here a name, let's say DSC Belgrade. We'll say that we'll run on this kind. Let's try on NVIDIA Jetson. So here it comes the interesting. So here we can say what we can do with the camera. So first, we got the camera input. So we pass the line. And then, since I bore you to that until now, what will be the next step? That will be an object detection. And we say EPAM detection. Yes, we can, for the GDPR purposes, to say that we do not want the data. Again, here I'm trying to show you not the tool, but the concepts. But what you need to do next for a chocolate? Because you have mentioned that, okay, let's say no to training data, because it helps you too much. What next? How about, you know that the model never gives you yes and no. You want to filter the data below a threshold. So let's put some kind of nice threshold. Let's put a filter. And the filter will say that, let's say, for the sake of argument, the confidence will be 80%. And we'll say that the object will be not my cat, but a palm. And then we come to the model-specific part, video snippet, what we can do with this. Essentially, in this tool, you can save the part of the movie, or you can save the output. So, okay, we will do this, and then we'll deploy. This will be the last step to deploy on the hardware. Let's see how the stuff it's looking the output. Generally, almost all the models, more or less, gives you some kind of this output. So what are the information that you get? You got the bounding box, of course. You got the label, the timestamp, and the confidence. And again, what you can observe here. We have chocolates. Yes, it's the last session, but people, how to say, I've hammered enough the notion that we do not want some low probabilities. You see that something is 70%, something is 66%. Usually this kind of data shouldn't get that far out. And, okay, this kind of stream, you need to get it someplace. I'll say in this tool I mentioned, there are a couple of ways of doing it. If you are in the Azure world, you have an IoT hub, or you can have an endpoint of some sorts. Parsing on this, it's pretty trivial. So then you are in business. Essentially, you are taking insights for something already existing with a bit of work and getting something absolutely new and useful. I'll say the number of scenarios that can be put on this system, it's endless. You can send notification if somebody is accessing an office after work hours, it's not on a list. You can check if people are not jumping the badge. You can check if the people all work hard hats. So, how to say, it's not that smart as ChatGPT, and it's not using that much data, but with good training data, very little investment, you can make a difference. And let's see what else we need to cover in this. And we are 3 minutes, exactly in the last 5 minutes for the question and answer. I feel that I have lost you when I start to show you Khan. Yes, I see somebody it's smiling. I'll say Khan, it's the easiest tool to explain. But it's not the only one. Microsoft has another offering, which is strange enough called 5G. Similar in architecture, similar in capabilities. So, questions. I still have chocolates. I do not want to drive them to Romania. In fact, even worse, I do not want to, let's be politically incorrect. I do not want to drive them to Croatia to another conference. I hit it, the soft spot there. So please, questions. Yes, I've seen somebody taking pictures, so I need to bribe. So I want to look like Brad Pitt, I've told you.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, yes, I want to look great. Kind of know, great. So, questions. I think, you know, in Romania, you cannot be objective. So, people, questions. I'll say it's very easy to get started with this. So, especially some of you, I know that you have a depth in these technologies, for you will be a child's game. And also for students, again, it's free. All these tools are free. Khan you can run on everything. Khan you can run on-prem even. Even though I hate it because, yeah. But pretty much this is it. I sit on my cable, not smart. And also the parsing of this, it's wonderful. Yes.
Wait.
Okay.
So I have a question just, for example, there are some systems like, let's say ATM, and I'm a tester, I need to test it. If I turn on the camera into the screen, would it be able, using computer vision, to recognize the elements on the
yeah, if you are doing the right model. You need to take a picture and to train the model, and if the model is correct, we'll do anything. I'll say one of the projects which I was involved before going to EPAM was as stupid as seeing if the roses are happy. European project. So essentially, roses. Somebody put pictures of healthy and unhealthy roses. Stupid as that. If they put good picture, and a lot of them, the model was able to recognize the diseases in roses. So yeah, with the good training model, good pictures, you can do anything. I'll say, and in current project, you are recognizing the thermometer. Just a thermometer. Want to see how cold is in the server room, or hot. And send notification if we go to, simple as that. Easy peasy, I love my job.
Do we have another question? Do we have another chocolate?
Yeah. Hey, that's no problem. That would be good for the, so look.
Are you going to take that to the party?
No,
No.
to the party I was hoping to take my wife, but. So we have chocolates, we have questions. Also, we can continue afterwards. Yes, we'll take a pictures at the EPAM stand with my colleagues. And I'm thanking them that they come to see me. I seem a bit disappointed because they are very good theoreticians and they really know in depth. And this wasn't depth. This was something that low-hanging fruit. Student, you are starting. This is or a company, you are starting your way into this technology. It does not need to be a very complex model or a very complex application, something like this. Yes, I do not know how many years younger.
Thank you very much for
No,
being
thank
a
you.
part of the biggest AI event in Europe.